Hey guys, my name's Shannon Latham, and I'm a professional podcaster, and I'm here with my friend Jared English, the owner of HHO Carbon Clean Systems. Jared, really appreciate you, man, as a local business person in our community and all that you've been able to do. I just want to find out a little bit more about what you do. Could you explain a little bit about HHO Carbon Clean Systems?
Sure. Thanks for having us, Shannon. Thanks for doing the interview today. I really appreciate that. HHO Carbon Clean Systems, we're a preventative maintenance company. We support the automotive industry. Our goal is to increase performance, increase longevity of engines through the proper maintenance and removal of carbon. For 20 years, I've been in the automotive industry as a shop owner, and I saw the problems firsthand that my customers were facing. And that was a lot of downtime and a lot of expense due to carbon buildup. I wanted to find a problem, find a solution for that problem, and I didn't want to use chemicals because I saw how chemicals affected my technicians, their hands, their skin were breathing that nasty stuff in. I wanted to find a way to do it that was clean and good for the environment. So I started experimenting with hydrogen, and it's using it for carbon removal. We fine-tuned the process. It worked fantastic, and we actually turned it into a mobile service business model. This was during COVID. Business was weird during COVID. Everything was changing. Mobile services were really popular. Nobody wanted brick and mortar. So over time, during 2020, we kind of got this process out, tested it out in the public. The results were fantastic, and we needed to scale the company. So we knew that we were not going to be able to buy a lot of vans and hire a lot of people during COVID. So we decided to go the franchise route and become franchisors and offer this business model to other entrepreneurs and people wanting to start their own business.
Oh, that's great, man. I certainly love the business model. Congratulations on all your success.
Thanks.
What do you think sets HHO apart as a franchisor?
Yeah, so we're the only company doing what we do. We are first to market. So, that is huge in the franchise world and in the business world. We're offering a business model that nobody else is doing. No competition besides chemical carbon cleanings that people are doing in shops. So it's a great opportunity. The profit margins and return on investment are fantastic. They're way above the average of most franchisors. We can get into that a little later, but all around, it's an exciting business model. People are very receptive to hearing about it because it's something new, and people are kind of craving something new in the business world. And I think we have what everybody wants.
Yeah, I'm always a fan of anybody who's creative. I like to think that we're sort of born for creativity.
Correct, I do too.
So I certainly love the idea. If somebody's trying to find out more about HHO as a possible franchisee, what are some of the top things that they should take away from this conversation?
Yeah, I mean, the top things, if I was looking to start a business today, the first thing is return on investment and profit margins. And we developed this business for high profit margins and low costs because as a business owner, my entire career, that was what was important to me. And I wanted to offer that to other people. So, I mean, 6 to 9% is what cost of goods sold is. Gross profit margins are 90 to 95%. Net is 60 to 70%. So we don't have to, you're not out here grinding to do 100 services a week to try to just pay your expenses. We base everything on about 24 services per month. There's 20 working days in a month, so 24 services per month is not hard to get. Just a little over one a day. So you have plenty of time for sales, because this business is highly personal. So we are doing in-person sales. Plenty of time for that because of the high profit margins.
Now, Jared, I think you said you had 23 years as a ASE master mechanic. Is
ASE
that right?
master tech, yes.
Okay, master tech. So, is this who's sort of your target franchisee that you're looking for? Is this somebody who's got all kinds of maintenance experience. You know, my father could take a transmission apart and put it back together, and I can barely fumble through, you know, putting a battery on. So
Right.
what, you know, who are you looking for to help as a franchisee?
Yeah, automotive background is good. We love people with automotive background, but sales and business experience is the most important. We can train the technical side of that. New franchisees come to our headquarters for a week for hands-on training. It's a great week. It's a lot of fun. But what we do is not super hard. We're usually loosening a clamp to install a fitting to do our service. We're not taking a lot of stuff apart. It's super easy. The business side of it and the sales side of it is where we like to see that experience. That is very hard to teach and train compared to the technical side of this business. So automotive background is definitely a plus, but it's not mandatory by no means.
Jared, we were sort of talking about, you know, the operation and what it looks like. If you're a pretty comfortable salesperson and, you know, you're wanting to invest in a franchise and you're wanting to be comfortable doing this, you know, you don't have to be this master mechanic to get into this. It's sort of specific to what you do. What do I need a whole team? Do I need a brick and mortar store? You know, what should that look like?
Shannon, we really try to get that point across to potential franchisees every day. We don't want people to be intimidated by what we do. This industry is full of that. It's such knowledge based and there's so many moving parts, but we want people to feel comfortable. We want to tell people that, the sales background is more important. Our most successful franchisees come from a sales corporate background. They were not technical guys. These guys, came from totally different industries.
Okay.
They came in, we trained them on the technical side because what we do is so specific. That week of training, you're going to leave there feeling comfortable of what you do. The biggest thing we do is loosen clamps up on the air intake and insert some fittings and hook a computer up to the vehicle and read the data, which computers and data is something most people are very comfortable with these days. So the hands-on is very basic hands-on. The training is simple. You're going to feel comfortable with that. The sales background that we really want to see with our franchisees is the most important part because that's where the revenue comes from.
Tell me a little bit about why preventative maintenance is so important. The one thing, we sort of know what you do and how you do it a little bit, but why do you do what you do? Why is preventative maintenance such a needed thing for consumers that they don't even realize oftentimes they need?
Yeah, we know from experience and seeing out in the field how much money people are losing on unneeded repairs that could have been prevented by the right preventative maintenance schedule, and especially internal to the engine. But as the EPA regulations increase, the tolerances in the engines, the fuel system, the crankcase ventilation is causing a lot of problems. So when you take these engines apart, there's huge carbon issues. And we have found that by keeping those in check with a little preventative maintenance, your components last longer, less cost to you, and your expensive car or engine is going to last a lot longer.
So walk me through the process a little bit deeper here. As say a day in the life of a franchisee, let's get into the weeds a little bit. What's that look like? What would I just need to bring my tool belt? What's going on? How do I accomplish this?
Yes, we custom build a van for you if you were a new franchisee. So you're going to have everything you need inside this van, from the tools, the equipment, the scan tools, diagnostic equipment that we use is all going to be fitted in a van very nicely. But, day to day, franchisees is like any business. You're going to be following up with customers, following through with some referrals, and scheduling services. Now we know diesel services on a heavy duty diesel is going to take about an hour. Gasoline engines take around 35 to 45 minutes depending on the gasoline engine. We also do what we call ultra heavy duty, which is marine, trains, huge equipment, off-road equipment. We call that ultra heavy duty. That is by the hour. So once we know how big the engine is, we have some equations we do to tell how long it needs to be serviced. So That's pretty much what your day is going to look like. Is just like any other business.
Now, Jared, this isn't your grandpa's franchise. This is a new product. This is sort of a new idea. So, how do you acquire like franchisees in that in that new creative space?
Yeah, most of the franchisees have come organically. They're interested in the brand, interested in doing something new, being first to market with a product. But yeah, once you contact us, we get you in the system, and we go through the process. There's an interview process and some other things to go through to become a new franchisee, but it's a lot of fun. We try to make it as fun as possible. But yeah, if you contact us either online or you give us a call, we can answer any questions for sure.
So now, as a franchisor, how do you kind of map this out? What's a territory look like? What are some of the ways that there's some protected space, or what should some answers be to their concerns?
Yeah, territories are one of those things. We definitely have an outline of a territory. But I like to tell everybody this: you know your area better than me. So we have a conversation, and we get a map out, and we start drawing lines on a map. We have certain criteria that we have to meet according to our FDD, but we've never had an issue with a territory. We always come to the right answer. But we want to make sure that we get all the right geographic locations in there, as far as where's the industry and all that. And that just takes a lot of input from the new franchisee to get that done.
So, who would be a potential customer for a franchisee? Everyone?
Everyone, any internal combustion engine. And I don't know the exact stats, but I think there's something like 600 million internal combustion engines in the United States. But fleets, high idle time fleets like trash and concrete industry, where they sit around and idle a lot, those are very good customers. Municipalities, anybody with a fleet of vehicles where we want to go there and do multiple services. We don't, we definitely do one-off services, but we like to go to a place and do 10 or 20 while we're there, not just one. But off-road equipment, agriculture, marine industry, trains, you name it, it's a potential customer.
Is this low overhead to get into? What type of profit margin should I expect?
Yeah, I mean, so I wanted this business to be low cost. I've been in the automotive industry. I've dedicated my whole career to it since 1996. I even did this in high school, then went to college, got a degree, and started my own company. So I understand expenses. I understand profit. I wanted something low cost, no brick and mortar, none of those expenses to go along with it. So yeah, I mean, we developed this business model. Net profit margins are 55 to 65%. Gross profit margins are over 90%. The entry cost, depending on what kind of van and what kind of business we set up initially and where you're located, it's 108 to 180 something thousand. So we wanted that initial cost to be low. We didn't want somebody coming in at $500,000 to build a building and that sort of thing. So I think we hit all the marks there of what I would want as a business if I was searching out a franchise. We did leave plenty of room for profit. We did leave plenty of room for time during the day. Because our profit margins are high, you have time to focus on sales and focus on your CRM. We just rolled out a brand new Salesforce CRM that has been fantastic, and that's where we're looking to increase sales through outreach, and that's why we developed that system and invested as a company a whole lot of money in rolling out that new CRM.
Likewise, Jared, I'm curious, what type of personalities are you looking for? We kind of discussed, you don't have to be this master mechanic. You can be very comfortable in your own skin, being able to know what you know about maintenance, but really thrive in like that sales environment. But what type of personalities are you looking for? Are you looking for go-getters? What's sort of like the idea franchisee?
Yeah, I know. We're a new technology. We're entering a pretty entrenched industry that is highly sold to. So you got to be outgoing. This is all about relationships. When you walk in a say a fleet shop, you're going to be talking with the technicians. you're going to have to work your way up to the decision maker and figure out every shop is different. This is, the culture in this industry changes from location to location. So you got to be able to adapt and read the room. But really, you got to be outgoing. You got to be able to go in there and talk and build those relationships, make friends, and get these people through the sales cycle.
So, Jared, if I'm interested in becoming a franchisee, what's the process look like? Is it simple? Is it complicated? You make this easy for us? What's it look like?
We make it easy, Shannon. You can reach out to us through any avenue, Facebook, our website, give us a phone call. We want to have those conversations, but we want people to come here. We encourage everyone to come for a site visit, come to headquarters in Paducah, Kentucky, actually see what we do and understand, okay, I can do this. This is not super hard. It's not super technical. I can handle this. And until you see that in person and spend a little time with us, you really don't know what we do. So early on in the process of talking to a potential franchisee, we want them to come here.
So, what sets your business model apart, Jared, as a franchisee?
Shannon, we're a modern business model. We're a mobile service. We have a online suite of tools, CRM, that sort of thing. Low overhead. We're all that stuff. But the big setup part for us is we are first to market in an industry where every internal combustion engine, every car driving down the road is your potential customer. I mean, the sky is the limit on customers that you can go out and target. And to me, that is the biggest benefit from franchising and being a franchisee with HHO.
I'm curious, Jared, what drives you as the owner? What is sort of your overall picture? Where do you see this thing continuing to go?
Yeah, we want to keep growing and keep pushing in this market. I mean, we have some other revenue streams right now with our equipment. We are now leasing our equipment to shops along with doing the mobile service. We want to be the go-to for carbon removal preventative maintenance in shops or the fleets calling us directly. I mean, that's our goal. We want to keep pushing until we get there. We'd love to see one of our machines in every shop in the country. That's our goal.